What's up, YouTube? I hope everybody had a good day. It's nighttime where I'm at, so I'm winding down, and I was doing my little nightly reading. And I'm reading right now Woman Thou Art Healed and Whole. It's a 90-day devotional journey by T.D. Jakes. And I'm on day 38. And this was so powerful. It was so powerful that I said I was going to get on here and read it. But it's interesting because as I was about to get on here and read it, so much just happened with me trying to get on and do the video. And it wasn't working. And I said, that's even more reason why I need to get on here and read it. Because now I know the enemy trying to block this word. Okay? So let me get on here and read this. So it says, identify the birth canal. Unto the woman, he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and in thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over you, or over thee. Genesis 3:16. God wasn't finished with his pronouncements to the serpent after the fall. Next, he addressed Eve directly. The Lord explained that birthing comes through sorrow. Everything you bring forth comes through pain. If it didn't come through pain, it probably wasn't worth much. If you're going to bring forth, and I'm not merely talking about babies, I'm talking about birthing visions and purpose, you would do so with sorrow and pain. If you're going to bring forth anything in your career, your marriage, or your life, if you're going to develop anything in your character, if you're going to be a fruitful woman, it's going to come through sorrow. It will come through the things you suffer. You will enter into strength through sorrow. Sorrow is not the object. It's simply the canal that the object comes through. I'm going to read that again. Sorrow is not the object. It is simply the canal that the object comes through. Many of you are mistaking sorrow for the baby instead of the canal. Many of you are mistaking sorrow for the baby instead of the canal. If that wasn't a word, come on now. In that case, all you have is pain. You ought to have a child for every sorrow. For every sorrow, for every intense groaning in your spirit, you ought to have something to show for it. Don't let the devil give you sorrow without seed. Anytime you have sorrow, it is a sign that God is trying to get something through you and to you. Be careful that you don't walk away with the pain and leave the baby in the store. You are the producers. You are the ones through whom life passes. Every child who enters into the world, this world, must come through you. Even Jesus Christ had to come through a woman to get legal entry into the world. He had to come through you. You are a channel, an expression of blessings. If there is to be any virtue, any praise, any victory, any deliverance, it's got to come through you. Man, do y'all hear this word? It just sent chills in my body. Satan wants to use you as a legal entry into this world or into your family. That's how he destroyed the human race with the first family. He knows that you are the interest of all things. You are the doors of life. Be careful what you let come through you. Close the doors to the planting of the enemy. Then know that when travail comes into your spirit, it's because you're going to give birth. Pain and sorrow come with the territory of being a life bearer. Any mother in the natural would tell you that the process of childbirth comes with a certain amount of physical sorrow to your body. The pain is not the end goal of the birthing process, though. The life is. I'm going to read that again. The pain is not the end goal of the birthing process, though. The life is. There is life on the other side of the sorrow you have been experiencing. It's easy to want to give up in response to the pain. Some people even mistakenly believe that the pain is God's end result of the process. God is not a sadist. Anything painful that we experience along our life journey is purpose to birth new things and usher us into greater levels of glory. Don't mistake the pain of the birth canal for the beautiful life that will be brought forth as a result. I remind you, life is on the other side of your pain and sorrow. Do not give up. Don't let the pain cause you to stop moving forward on your journey. Know that God will work all things together for your good. Anytime the enemy wants you to respond to pain by giving up, just remember that the presence of pain means new life is passing through the birth canal. Whew, that was such a powerful passage. That was so powerful. I had to get on here and read it because if I felt something in my spirit, I know somebody else did. I know somebody else need to hear it. A lot of times we feel like we're alone in our storms. A lot of times we feel like we're alone in our pain. I think it depends on the season that you're in. I think you have to discern is this something that needs isolation, which means something that just you and God have to walk out, or is this something that that you're causing? Is this a choice that you're making to be alone, to feel alone? And so, and I believe that's one of the tricks of the enemy. In times where we aren't supposed to walk alone, in times where God has placed certain people around you in your circle or to be supportive, or maybe somebody went through it that you're around, and because you're not speaking on it, you feel like you're the only one that's going through it. You feel like you're alone. I just felt the need to get on here and put this video up because you're not alone. And because at the end of the day, anything that I've ever experienced, pain, and we do know with God we will suffer, but he said he'll give us joy. We do know that all things work together for those of us who love God, right? And so any pain, that just really did something to my spirit, because I too experienced things that brings forth, honey, the testimony that I'm gonna have after this, after school, baby. That's a whole testimony in its own. But I can't tell you because I'm not done going through it. But I say that to say this. I don't know who I'm talking to, but baby, you're not alone. And just know that on the other side of that pain and that sorrow is going to be life. On the other side of that sacrifice is going to be life. On the other side of your trial and tribulation, the affliction, I know it hurts right now. I know it feel like you don't want to go on. I know you want to give up. Listen, I've been there, and I'm not saying I'm never gonna be there again. But this reminded me, this was confirmation from God. It's amazing how he prophesies through people, and people make books and they put things on paper so that you can feel like you're not alone. But I just want you to know that you're not alone. So by me reading that, my hopes is that it touched the heart of the minds of people that might feel like they are alone, that might be at ends with their storm. Just know, baby, if you that close and you feel the devil riding you that hard, you know that it's something on that other end that he don't want you to get to. Do you hear me? It's something that he don't want you to receive. He knows that once you keep going, that other side is life. That other side is victory. And he wants to try to manipulate you. So like I said, I don't know who need to hear this, but you're not alone. God is here. He's put people in positions to create stuff that we can go and we can get confirmation by. And that's all I got for y'all tonight. I just felt compelled to get on here and read that. So peace, love, and light. You guys have a great week. Be safe.